Hey Abhijit, thank you for joining the call.
My pleasure.
कैसे हो आप?
I'm very well. How are you?
All good, all good. So yeah, yeah. First of all, अगर आप अपने बारे में कुछ बता सकते हो, you have had been working as a makeup man for I guess more than a decade by now. How did you start it all together, or what was the fluke of the moment जब when you realized that you wanted to work as a makeup artist altogether?
See, as a child, people do say that, okay, when I'm like, I'll do this, I'll become a doctor, I'll become engineer, I'll become banker, teacher,
Right.
everything. So when I started doing makeup, it was not, it was definitely a profession, but it was not a considerate profession for so-called the society, to be very honest,
Correct.
specifically. So now, this occupation has become very, very popular these days. People are leaving other job and getting into it. So it was not that when I started working. I would be, this is exactly 25th year I'm working as a makeup artist.
Twenty
So
fifth year.
yeah, so the journey
मतलब
wasn't
आप
very,
25 years से आप makeup artist हैं. You don't look like man.
yes, it is. So it's been a long journey. And to be very honest and specifically academically, I was very average as a student. So after a certain point of time, it's actually started making me think what I'm going to do. Because these days you have a lot of guidance, you have a lot of helping everything. But during our days, it wasn't that easy. Like you will have like a certain occupations and professions, and then you get into a 9 to 5 job, which I was not ready for. I always wanted to do something different. As a child, I used to paint. If I get chance till I will. And also during lockdown, also I painted. I started painting.
Okay.
So probably that kind of fetched me into this profession. So initially, uh, we are Bengalis. There are very popular things. We need to paint something on the forehead. That's how I started. I saw my mother doing that for relatives or known people or neighbors because she was quite good at it. Not
Are
professional,
you
but
are you referring to the doodle or rangoli kind of thing or something
it
else?
is not Rangoli. It's we in Bengali we call it Alpona. So
अच्छा.
if you see a Bengali bride, there are painting like a nice designs
हाँ,
happens on the
शादी
forehead.
में जनरली बहुत औरतें भी
So
करती हैं.
and that is very popular, and those days it was all the more popular because the variety of makeup wasn't there, and specifically in normal middle class society. So people used to get a beautiful painting done for their weddings and the receptions and stuff, and this has been still on. So I have seen my mother doing jura for brides. I've seen my mother decorating the juras. I have seen my mother painting it, but makeup wasn't that important that point of time. And they would probably just put some face powder or max to max a liquid foundation someone will have, and they will do it on the day of the wedding, a little bit of that, and they will put some face powder, a lipstick, and a bit of kajal, and that painting. So that was what I have seen my mother doing it. So I had interest towards it. But being a guy, being a boy, I am doing that. It was not very much accepted. Um, I kind of grew up in a joint family, and I kind of grew up in a family which was very conservative. They could not imagine there could be a profession where people can do makeup, and it is a profession. Like the way we think about it, the way we look at it. So it wasn't easy. My relatives picked up a lot of point. Like many times they picked their finger towards me that what this guy do. What if people ask, what do we say? That what guy this guy do? I mean, that point of time already I started working a little. In that phase, they have uh, there are relatives that came as like, "Oh, so what does he do? Okay, he's a makeup artist. What does it mean? Does he like design clothes. So people didn't even have the knowledge also what is it, and they didn't want it to know also. See, I mean, the thing
Yes,
is like if you don't know, that's fine. I mean, you're not going to be punished for that you don't know. But you can always try. You can always ask that what is it? How does it work? But no, that didn't happen. But it's been a quite a stiff journey initially.
which
Once I
timeline are you
started,
referring to, Abhijit?
yeah, yeah.
What timeline are you referring to this one? The story that you're narrating now?
So the initial 1, 2 years, 3 years, I think till 4 years, it was like that.
No, I
Even
mean, which year are you referring to? कौन
oh,
से
the
साल आप
year. Okay, so this is like I'm talking about. I started in 1999. You know
अच्छा
the okay initially, and then initially also I did a lot of assignment and work very chuk chuk ke because
okay
I don't wanted that consequences at my home family because where my mother is getting involved, my father is getting involved, and then it's a joint family. Uh, it's like lot of even they had their like how my parents were there for me. Even they also had to kind of reply to people at home, and that wasn't very nice. To be very honest, it's been very difficult to kind of deal with them that point of situation. Now they understand, now they see that, now they know what it is, and honestly speaking, now I really don't have to think about it. um so
so
that's
that
the
actually
situation.
is
But
my
25 years ago it wasn't the way I'm speaking out today. 25 years ago it wasn't. It was quite
correct.
tough
So I'm
because
actually
I will
my follow-up question
also when
was
I
more related to the
yeah, yeah,
same.
please, please.
Because when you brought up in a Bengali family, and we all know that they are very, what do you say, studious kind of, very focused on academic. So, doctor, engineer, lawyer, and if not, then probably something into the literature field and all. So, have you been bullied, kind of thing, when you thought of opting as a makeup artist? I mean, just
If your family member, not exactly your parents, if your family member is picking up your the finger towards you and asking that, we can't see people if they ask, what do you do? That's, don't you think it's enough bully? And then it's like, oh, it's a barber work. Oh, you will hold a mirror in front of a heroine. That was an idea, nothing else. No respect. That's the thing. Like, every kind of a job, a sweeper, a cobbler, say a driver, every everything. It's like it's probably according to us, it's not that prestigious, but these are all respected profession, I believe. Do you think, like, I mean, in this respected high society, if those people are not there, can you run the society?
of course not. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a different discussion altogether, but
So
yeah, point is valid.
this was this question raised by my uh, immediate elder brother of my father.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he was that point of time. He was like, I mean, there in joint family there will be always a person who is over dominating. So he's that character.
Okay. Okay.
So it was raised by him. So and my mother was little confused, to be very honest, because she definitely used to dress up right, but she's been a school teacher. So she also didn't have much of idea what I am doing. And the way the social media and everything we get to see, they didn't have that exposure, to be very honest. Only little bit of exposure they had, whatever they at that point of time the makeup artist interviews are coming out. But to be very honest, that was very tough for them to relate.
So how have you
So
started all of that? I mean, usually what I have seen, I can give you my reference in that my elder sister has also done some beautician course. But again, it's was started something like they were associated with some saloon and that they have started. तो किसी saloon में जाके वो काम करती थी. So how was your journey altogether?
So beauty industry also kind of kind of I'm still there, but I didn't know beauty industry also have segments or sections. I didn't know that which section I'm going into. Am I a skin expert? Am I a hairstylist? Or I cut hair, I color hair, or
Correct.
I do makeup. So I started doing everything, everything. So also a little small courses I did because that was kind of done from my pocket money, from a little work I did. I saved that money because I could not ask money from anyone because what I'm doing, they don't know. I mean, how can I ask money? So I had to save money. I had to put lot of attention. I had to learn my own lot of things. From that, I earned little money. I saved that. From that, with that money, learned a little. Then again, I joined a salon for 1 month. Then I realized that this is not my job. I mean, I am not going to do everything in one salon.
So have you
I
done
have,
any course as such?
yeah, initially small little course, and then uh, as I started getting money, then I started doing the courses.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, like, during our time, we didn't have proper makeup course in India. Like how big makeup artists or makeup artists, they offer you good courses these days. We didn't have this option that point of time. Makeup, honestly speaking, if you have to learn makeup, you have to be with a makeup artist as an assistant. Till now, like if you're learning from an institute, also this is the process you're supposed to follow. Be an intern with another makeup artist because
Okay.
learning and learn and
It's like a on-job training,
practical,
right?
there is a difference.
वही बोला on-job training kind of. So you
Yeah,
learn while you practice as well.
exactly. Then later on, I did little courses. I went to Delhi because that time hair course was more updated than the makeup. The makeup they were teaching, honestly speaking, it's very basic. And the big makeup artists, they only had assistant, but they would not do any course. That point of time, the time I'm referring.
So what I have understood from your Instagram profile, your major focus or maybe your major expertise has been into the bridal makeup, is it?
See, the thing is, like, it is not only mine. If you ask a designer also, end of the day, they want to sell a bridal lehenga. If you ask a jeweler also, they concentrate on their bridal jewelry. So the when India, we have to understand, like wedding planning. When I started doing makeup, there was nothing. This concept of wedding planning wasn't there. But now, see, like it's a huge business. Wedding
Correct.
photography, wedding photography, wedding videography. Uh, Nowadays, you have wedding stylist
Bunch
also.
of events are there which happens through the wedding. So yeah, you're there.
So whole India is a big wedding market.
True.
So if you see the biggest designers also, you will see they focus on weddings
Okay.
because that's
Okay.
how the system has been going on. That's how fetching you business.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, following to the same conversation, I mean, जब आप when you must have been starting your career as a makeup artist, and that too when you are referring to the 1999, it was certainly not a mainstream job or mainstream career option. Then how
Some people
difficult
used
it
to
was?
think some people used to think it is not even a job.
It is. They must be big, or even if they are, then it must be restricted with the girls alone. Because ये बंदा क्या कर रहा है इसमें? Is it? Is that
Yeah. That also I have faced. That situation also I have faced. The two situation since I've started very early age, like I was what 16 going to 17 that age. The first question is like, can he manage? Can he do it? When I was better than lot of elderly people.
correct?
I'm not saying that I was the best. I was still learning, but in that situation, I've seen a lot of popular people. They were not better than me.
Okay. Okay.
But still I didn't get it because of my age limits. And after that, the situation came. There was a phase of situation where people started saying, "No, we need I mean, female." It also, I'll tell you, now also after 25 years, every third or fourth year in gapping, you do have this question. No, we need a female, or we don't get these queries as in because now you get so many makeup artists in Instagram and you can already identify who is male and who is female. So you book it accordingly. So we don't get this question directly. There are many times it happens like, oh, he's male, so not possible.
Okay, okay, okay. So, I mean, ये mostly होता होगा at a middle class, or it also happens in a certain section of the society, is it? Or it's
See, I mean,
it,
by the time I reached the higher class of the brides or that category, this taboo was almost out. So I
okay,
have not seen that. It was mostly in conservative society people only.
okay.
Maybe
No, the reason, no. So the reason
maybe
I
there
asked,
are people in higher class also. They prefer to have a female artist than a male. So uh, we don't get those queries.
okay,
They
okay,
probably, it is very easy to find out someone because of the social media, thanks to the social media. So they're getting their choice of artist from there.
okay. So the reason I asked this question, because I myself have seen, especially because even nowadays, despite as you are referring, when it comes to the makeup, it's not considered as a mainstream job for a male. Despite the fact that they are the biggest makeup artists, even in mainstream or main cities, are the
Or
male
male.
artists. Still,
Yeah.
but still,
You
आज के
that
दिन वो आज
yes,
भी
yes.
टैबू अटैच ही है.
That is probably a psychology. That's how
Okay,
we think. See, I mean, there was a time I heard also the all makeup artists. Now you will get to see lot of female makeup artists. Lot. There was a
correct.
time when we were working, most of them were all male, and there was a very like a very strict or a very set thing that boys are makeup, girls are hair, especially in the film industry, everywhere. All the, also these till now you get to see the in hairdressing, most of the females are there, and in makeup, most of the males are there. So it is there. Also, there was a time people used to say that okay, most of the biggest makeup artists are male, and the chef they are male. Even in the cooking industry, also we used to
It's
get
accepted.
we got to see that lot of male.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
So
So
your creativity work cannot be based out of what gender you are.
that's a heavy statement to say it upfront. So, do you have any specialization within the makeup? Because as you're referring that you have had work and then explore your creativity over the period of time. So, do you also have a specialization in one of the field, or you work across zona?
If you ask about specialization, I work as a makeup artist and a hairstylist, a long
Uh,
hairstylist who doesn't cut and color.
who
Though
doesn't
I
cut
have
and
learned, I have taken a training on hair cutting and hair coloring also, but I didn't pursue that.
so usually, how do you decide? I mean, based on the look that you create somebody's makeup or someone, based on the feature, based on how the face features are there, you decide the looks or the makeup that will be suit. So, how do you go about it usually? So,
There
some
are two, three things you need to know. First of all, if you're dressing up a bride, you have to remember um, you have to dress up someone. You're dressing up someone where you have to deal with a lot of emotion because wedding and bride is a lot of emotion. It's something the best day of their life. So listening to them is very important. What they want, what they don't want. I first question I ask them what you don't want and
for
what you
ex-
want.
for example,
No, I mean in general, like straight away, like when I meet a bride, I greet them, I smile, I start talking to them. Then I come to the point. Okay, fine. first you start saying, like, this is, suppose I am meeting them for a look set for their the day. The first thing I ask them, tell me what all you don't want for your makeup. So they will probably come out with the things like, most of the people, the very common, and most of the people, they say that we don't want a caked up face. This is a very, very, very common,
What do you say? We don't
very
want?
caked up face, caked, like a
Okay.
layers of foundation on the face. So
Correct. Correct.
exactly this word they use. We don't want caked up face. Second, second, then you have to start investigating a little bit of time, and you have to ask them. So, given a choice, suppose you get to see their lehenga, you get to know the time they are getting married. Uh, then you ask them, like, I mean, so preferably, do you want like more of your eye to be highlighted, or you prefer a, more of a dark lip? So they will tell you. Or some of the bride, they come to you with certain references. So
Okay.
looking at it, you know what she wants and what she doesn't want, what she likes. So you
Correct.
have to customize it according to their choice. So
Okay.
now here comes your expertise. Suppose someone, that someone will not look nice with a dark lipstick, and she is asking for a dark lipstick. So it is your uh, duty to make her understand that, why she should not go for a dark lipstick, and what all can happen.
Okay.
Then still, if she says that no, no, I mean, still I would prefer to have a dark lipstick, you have to choose a dark color which looks nice on her. Probably these kind of skills you get once you are like, uh, you are doing it for a longer period of time, or you invest a lot of time choosing color, seeing color, looking at color. See, even any artist, any given point of time, they can get confused. I also do get confused. It's a very tricky situation when a bride tells you that, I want very natural. Now you have to understand what she's calling natural. So in that case, I ask her, okay, fine. I mean, if you could give me three, four references which is actually natural for you, then you have to understand, okay, fine. Oh, this is not natural, but this is for her. This is natural. For as an artist, this is not natural. See, for me, natural is nothing on the face. It's just like a nice, beautiful glass skin,
Sort of
a little
naked
bit of,
skin.
sorry,
Sort of naked skin, right?
yeah, a light, a very sheer and light lip color, and just a bit of eyeshadow and mascara, and a very naturally flesh pink color blush. This is for me natural. But this, if someone tells you natural, so for every artist, this is natural. But this may not be the natural look the bride is opting for. So you need to invest time, you need to ask, and you have to understand according to her what is natural is. There are times bride completely, kind of, they're completely, they trust you, and they just don't speak out anything. So in that case, you have to look at the face, understand the face, look at the feature, look at her personality, look at her the timing she's getting married, look at the situation she's with, look the weather condition, everything. You look into it, and then you choose your makeup.
Okay. So that also led me to ask you one question, because most of the conversation that you mentioned is regarding the bride and the wedding. So it looks like, because India में especially मेरे experience में there is a wedding season, right? I mean, इस month से इस month तक, अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ तो the major peak season is from the November to somewhere I could call as a February, and
March.
then March,
March.
yeah,
Till March
and
it
then
goes, yeah.
have something in between the June July. So during the monsoon season. So
Yeah.
does it also impact your
Also, there
business?
are summer weddings. If there are dates, there are summer weddings.
Correct, correct,
If
correct.
in summer there are dates, wedding dates, you do get to see summer weddings too.
या वो होता है पक्का बट यूजुअली इफ यू से इन द लार्ज वॉल्यूम अगर मैं बोलूँ तो इट्स मोस्टली दीज आर
Winter,
पीक सीजन
winter.
so does it
Yeah.
also hamper your business in terms of how do you maintain your cash flow as such because it's more of a seasonal business right I may be wrong but just
See, yeah, you're very true. We have seasonal business. Everyone, starting from a designer to wedding planner, whoever it's attached with this industry, they have a season. So in season, we don't have time to eat, breathe, sleep, nothing. That's how. So what does an ant do? Throughout summer, they save food.
okay
Okay, because in winter they don't come out, so there are no food. So they go get into hibernation and they eat that food they save during summer.
it's on contrast or the same since you refer to the designer के साथ जो मैंने personal experience किया since I have also spoken to some of them so usually they have a collection summer के लिए collection है monsoon के लिए collection है winter के लिए collection so they have a market defined but when it comes to the makeup as an altogether industry unless you are not associated with something I'll say where somebody is performing something or maybe either on screen off screen वहां पे एक like if I have to put it in a raw word it's like धंधा फिक्स्ड है जैसे बॉलीवुड में हो गया या फिर इवन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में हो गया टीवी सीरीज वहां पे एक फिक्स धंधा होता है बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द नॉर्मल unless it's not varying it must be typical right I mean because there's no
See, the
comparison
thing is like probably we are kind of showing our bridal work more on Instagram, but I also do a lot of runway shoots,
okay okay
designer shoots. Those are there, and mostly even those market people also, they understood that this is the time we have to do these. Because in wedding season, no one wants to do anything these days. No one. Even a designer doesn't want to shoot in wedding season because they're busy selling.
okay
Even person also doesn't want to do anything during wedding season because there are so many weddings happening that people will not turn up. So
okay
that's how these happens only during off seasons.
So आपका most of the work, the way you work is based on the collaboration. So you always work with someone as in collaborative basis. Has it ever happened कि आपके पास altogether an outrageous request style which is out of the world and probably you have actually done it something really creative or something like that? ऐसा कोई experience that you may share?
Yeah, there are many times since you are working in this field, people often have asked for creative things, creative designers, especially, or based on their storyline. So yeah, we do get to do this opportunity, and then there are magazines. They kind of come with looks, makeup looks, which is not usual, which is uh, which is not like what we get to see, like a natural fresh makeup. Not that. We have done glam, we have done overpowering, we have done strong fashions. So yeah, those things definitely comes to us.
Any disaster that you have ever done it?
Oh, many. I have
Let's
done
share.
fashion. One, I'll tell you, I have done fashion weeks. A lot of fashion week. Like, I have done
Calcutta?
Lakme India Fashion Week when it
In
used
Calcutta,
to be
is it?
together. No, in Delhi. I have worked in
Okay.
Delhi and Bombay. Uh, I have done IIJW India International Jewelry Week. I have done Couture Week. I have Lakme Fashion Week. Many. I have done Wills Fashion Week. So I have done one of the fashion week. I burnt one of the models' hair with the tong.
You have burned her face.
Hair.
Wow.
Yes, because it was not my tong. It was bought from some. Now you get lot of products and irons and everything. That tong was bought from London or somewhere, which this tong did not work in our like in our electricity. So because of that, that fiasco had happened. Honestly, I said it's other than that also I've done many.
Okay. Okay.
So also I will tell you, I'll mention she's a friend of mine now. She used to be a model, and this is like my beginning days. And she was talking like, I was doing her hair for a fashion show, and she was moving like talking like anything. So I could not tell like, initially like nicely I told her, don't move. I'm putting hairspray and all this stuff. So then something happened because backstage is always very rush kind of a thing. So someone must have now finished the hair. Something happened, and I was supposed to put a hairspray. I put a hairspray, it just went directly in her eyes instead of her hair.
Okay.
And the second moment, they're just screaming. Who screamed? I. I screamed more than her. I screamed so loudly, she even could not scream. She was silent.
Good, Abhijit. So, actually, मुझे एक stereotype पे सवाल था. So makeup, as we are talking about, is still being considered as a thing that is largely involved with the women, or generally ladies ही करती है या फिर women ही करती है. But with the time and all, it's changing, and the male are also adapting to the makeup and those things. So may not be as dense or as dark as women. But do you see that change in this trend is actually shifting, and then men are also opening up with respect to the
Yes,
makeup
yes,
thing
of
as a
course.
not
Of
only for
course.
the not only during the wedding things, but in general as well. And how do you see this trend altogether helping you as a
In that
professional
case,
in
in
driving
that
your
case, I
business?
will say, see, the male makeup we are pretty used to because since I've been doing shoots, runway, because model needs makeup, male model also needs makeup. Certain small things like I mean, if someone has a very good skin, we'll just mattify it so that there is no glare in the camera. And someone has like a little bit of dark circle, will try and cover it. Someone has like some spot, a little spot or something like that, so we'll cover those kind of things. We have been doing it for photo shoots, video shoots, and everything. Then also like for a longest time there is groom, they ask for makeup on the day of the wedding. And people are still doing it. If they need it, they do it. Touch up, makeup, a lot of people do. But in regular life, I would
Exactly,
not say that much. Not
exactly.
that much, until unless some people are very comfortable with their makeup on their skin. So they do.
So, do you have a suggestion for
I have,
the way women
yes,
does on a day-to-day basis on a regular makeup? Do you recommend to men as well as a category altogether कि भाई खुद अपने भी स्किन का ख्याल रख लिया करो, because we have never been taught कि you as a man also supposed to take care of your
yeah,
skin
yeah. I mean,
other
we
than
have
just
been
the
taught
skin and
we are
other
male, we don't
physical
need
things.
anything. We are male, we don't need anything. But that can make uh, other person uncomfortable. This is not a part of the grooming. So we do need things for male also. Suppose for male, what I usually do is, I mean, putting a daily makeup on their face until and unless you are related to cameras or you need your profession is demanding makeup. A person who is going to office will not do. But I know a doctor, a dermatologist who puts makeup on his face every time he steps out. However, uh, but yes, I always concentrate on more of skincare than the makeup for the male. And you can always put a little bit of, you know, very sheer foundation, exactly like your skin tone, which will actually, kind of cover up your blemishes or if you have any pigmentations on their face. So see, who doesn't like that? If their skin is looking nice, clean, shiny, beautiful, two compliments are coming from someone, or some people are complimenting. Be it a male, be it a female, everyone likes it. So, Any gender will like it.
And totally.
So
These things I personally have seen, the things are moving or rather changing, in fact. And कुछ एक ऑफिस गोवर्स को भी मैंने देखा है who does it. I mean, they do it on a regular basis. But
that's
again,
that's what I'm saying. That very little, not in a larger scale.
and most people is still hesitant because of the same thing. So other लोग maybe उनके colleagues
The
fun कर देते हैं.
society, what the society will say, what my friends will bully me, or my colleague will talk behind me. So those things are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, be it a male, be it a female, I always tell them to take care of their skin before, more than makeup. I still do. I still do, because makeup has a limitation. But if your skin is very, very good, you can just do a very little things and you're sorted.
So, any daily routine that you may suggest to male as a male, because women anyways takes care of, because usually by default they are very conscious about their skin and the makeup. But do you suggest any, or do you recommend to men as
No,
a
I also know a lot of male. They have been very, very, very careful these days. Very, very. See, cleaning your skin. It's a part of cleanliness. Okay, at least put a moisturizer, because we are most of the time inside the AC. Your skin need a moisturizer. Otherwise, it will turn dehydrated. It will. You will get fine lines very fast. Third, a sun protection is very important. I mean, this is from even if you talk about skincare also, if you talk about from a medical point of view also, sunscreen is very important. These three things. And then since we stay in AC, we can put a little bit of Vaseline, nothing wrong in it,
okay?
because a chapped lip, it's bleeding, it's not going to be nice, right? So, definitely a chapstick. This is the bare minimum you can do. And then, if you want to have like a really advanced skin, more better skin, then you can do all the more. There are aesthetic clinics. There are doctors. There are experts to dermatologists or can and cosmetologists to take care of your skin, and it really works. I have seen a lot of male they are visiting because their skin is looking nice, their skin is looking shiny. Why not? And then you get into niacinamide, you get into vitamin C serum, you get into retinol. These are all advanced. So
Okay.
male are doing. It's not that male are not doing. You know how society changes. If a smart man coming, or you go to an office where like say about 30% men are well groomed, automatically looking at them, you will also feel like that's how
So
the
it's
society is changing.
boil down to the attention that makes all difference.
Yes. It's not, if you have a healthy, beautiful skin, if you are well dressed, if you're smelling good, automatically people will be attracted to you, however it is. And
So
we
you
all look for that. We
that
human, we all look for that.
we all seek attention. That's there.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are the common mistakes आपने जो देखा है? Usually we all do mistakes with respect to our grooming, with respect to our makeup. So what are the common mistakes that you have mostly that irritates you in general as well?
The
Whether it's men or
mostly,
yeah, I guess
uh,
women are here.
yeah, whatever your skin color is, especially Indian skin color, whatever is your skin color is, we still want to change it to light.
Fair. Fair.
If you're fair, you want to be more fair. If you're medium, you want to be fair. If you're warm, you want to look white.
A
I mean,
simple
I
it's
really don't understand this change of color, when this change of skin color will disappear. This is one thing I seriously want to happen. I mean, if you're fair, then only you're beautiful. If you are warm complexion, you are not. This concept I don't understand, because for me, a healthy skin is beautiful, not the color of the skin.
No, I think that's a different discussion because especially post-colonial mindset is still there. It's very significantly, if you look at across India, it's still there and it's very prevalent. So that's a
Yeah.
different because हम by default गोलो चीजों के पीछे भागते हैं. I mean, I remember I was having a discussion with a lot of.
We still there are popularities for fairness screens. Why?
I
I
mean,
mean,
these white people still consider a celebrity, no matter however random these guys are, but still they've been considered as a celebrity. So that's a, that's how it is.
I seriously don't understand. If this thing changes, everything will be fine.
Okay.
Skin color cannot be your beauty. If you're fair, you're beautiful. If you're medium, you're beautiful. If you're warm, you're beautiful. You have to take care of yourself. You have to present yourself. Naomi Campbell, look at her.
Correct. I mean, there are quite
How
a few rather.
beautiful she is. That's Halle Berry. How beautiful she is. They never try to be fair.
The problem ये भी होता है ना हिंदी movies वगैरह the way they try to portray it across and these major
There
celebrities
are
also having a skill.
warm heroine in Hindi movies too. Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, so they
She's
have
warm,
actually.
but she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, correct. So in fact, there are a lot of such instances where it's there. So yeah, and actually made our next follow-up question, which is that what are the major trends that you have seen has evolved over a period of time, especially since you are in this industry for the last more than 2 decades? What are the major trends with respect to makeup? Because one thing you have, rightly highlight key with respect to the acceptance about the skin color has literally, have gone up, and especially social media candidates, it still have. So, based on your experience, what are the major trends that's changing with respect to the entire makeup industry?
Trends like when I started doing makeup, the amount of foundation and the lighter color we used to use, still there is a nice change. There are certain people they come and say that I am very comfortable with my skin color. I don't want to look white, which I really appreciate because they want to look their skin color. Okay, trend coming back, red lipstick keeps on coming back. I mean,
Okay.
uh, it comes back like every season, different shades of red comes back. Extended eyeliner, like a wing liner. It
Okay.
comes back, goes out, comes back, goes out, comes back, goes out. Thick eyebrow comes out, goes, and uh, and yes, heavy cheeks with a blush. This also, these are the things I'm. These are the things which I've been seeing from probably Merlin Monroe to now, which kind of rotates. It comes
Like
back.
rotational kind of thing
Yeah,
is there,
it's a circle. It's a circle.
then disappear and then
A
goes back.
trend is basically a circle. Certain things comes back, certain thing goes out. Again, it comes back. So that's how it is.
Have you worked with any celebrity, major celebrity, local, national, as such?
Yes, I did. I did. I did work with certain celebrities.
How was the experience? Would you mind to share one or any name that you may refer to?
I will not come out. I have worked with Shonakshi Sinha once, long ago, and we share birthdays.
Who? Gone?
Shonakshi Sinha,
Sonakshi Sinha. Okay. Okay.
long ago, and we share birthdays.
Acha, so you both have the same day birthdays, right?
Yeah,
Nice. How was the experience altogether?
nice. She was very, very sweet. Once only I've worked for. Yami Gautam I have worked with. Very nice. Konkona Sen Sharma I have worked with. Very, very nice. Lisa Ray, all-time favorite. How can I forget?
Oh, yeah.
It
Right.
it was my dream when I become a makeup artist. It was my dream to work with her. And I have worked with her not only once, I think 4 or 5 times I've worked with her. Beautiful, beautiful. She's beautiful, she's nice, she's amazing as a person. I still remember on the first day, I was when I was called for her makeup, I went to do her makeup. I was very nervous because this is the dream comes true. right? I was extremely nervous, and she made me comfortable so much I can't tell you. Top on that, something happened. My hairdryer stopped working. Another tension there, but somehow it started working again because it was in a wrong plug. But for the timing, I was very tensed. So I finished her makeup quietly. She got her makeup done, and she just got up and said that let's click a picture.
Okay, lovely.
Probably and I told her that I'm a little nervous today because this is how it is. She could not believe that someone's dream could be doing her makeup, honestly.
Okay, that's
So
anyway. Yes. We all have some collaboration that we all look forward to.
yeah, so this is something I will remember, and then post that also I worked with her many times.
Any brand that you recommend to your I'll say user, or any particular brand that you are fascinated
See,
about?
the thing is, like, I am fascinated by all brands. I go to all stores, all brands, everything. I check, I try, I like, I pick up. I cannot really ask you one particular brand because every brand has their product which is like great.
Okay.
Also, it the person who is choosing and how she or he is liking it depends on that.
My second last question that I wanted to ask: had you not been a makeup artist,
Hmm.
अगर आप makeup artist नहीं होते तो क्या होते?
I like to cook. With I don't know whether that would have been a career option or not because I don't think so. I will try another career this time.
That's lovely. Any future collaboration plan that you are aspiring for? Any future plan?
I'm open to things. So anything good comes, it fits into my ideas and my choices. Okay. I'm okay for it.
So currently you are based in Calcutta, and then you run the
Yes,
entire show from there itself, is it?
exactly.
Perfect. Thank you, Abhijit.
My
It's a nice
pleasure.